In the worldwide war against crime, there are men and women trained to sink their own identity in the international underworld. They work alone, in danger and in shadow, unrecognized by friend and enemy alike. They are the operators of the almost legendary Ghost Squad.
Well, thank heaven that's over. And tomorrow the great British Raj will abdicate, and we'll hand the whole caboodle over to an ungrateful mob. Switch on the light.
I wouldn't say that, sir. They have made great strides recently.
Brooks, you are an idiot. Don't you realize there's practically anarchy around here now? Justice for all. Even when the blighters can't cope with it. Justice my foot. However, don't let's worry about that, you and I. Nobody else will. Thank you. Now then, I want to go through my speech for tomorrow. Ouch. Where is it?
Oh, it's,
Yeah. Right. Now then. Here's the bit. On this historic occasion, the birth of a sovereign state, I, as the sole representative of Her Majesty's government, deem it a great privilege to welcome you into the British Commonwealth family of nations. Now then, and to present you with this fitting emblem of your new national sovereignty. Well, where is it?
I'm sorry, sir, the emblem. I mean the flag.
Come along, Brooks. Closer, my arms aren't as long as that.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Wait a minute. What's all that noise? Some of your progressives, Brooks, hmm? Not even a rabble of fanatics. And we can't get rid of them even up here away from the town. Oh, well, I suppose they're starting to celebrate. Now then, the soldier will stand one pace behind me, a little to my right. On the cue, he will step smartly forward and present the cushion. It's not very difficult. I will then remove the flag and unfurl it. Now, we've got to get this right. These fellows are very protocol-minded, you know. One more room. Stand over there.
Yes.
Now, where was I? Yes. To present you with this fitting emblem of your new I say, they are noisy tonight.
Look out, sir! Right, left! Good heavens, sir, you all right?
And that is the trouble spot, the Phillimore Islands.
Dar es Salaam should be the nearest airport, sir.
Not anymore, it isn't. We recently built them an airstrip here, part of the new aid program. Up to now, we've only needed one man out there, John Mallory. But it's becoming more than one man can handle alone. He's asked for help, and we're sending you. You'll take the instructions directly from him.
Well, what's an internal political issue got to do with us?
Jan van der Leest, ever heard of him?
No, sir.
Dutch saboteur, used to operate out of Jakarta in the old East Indies. Expert and very expensive. A handful of native fanatics, and the Phillimore certainly couldn't afford him. Mallory had him intercepted in Mombasa before he could do any damage. He was en route for the Phillimores when they picked him up. What we want to know is who hired him. They're still expecting him, and you will arrive instead as Jan van der Leest. And the cover name he was using was Michael Landers. I see no reason to change it. You're to be employed as a harbor technician of some sort. Now, two people will be looking you up out there, John Mallory and whoever it is that hired Van der Leest. Now, here's some light reading to while away the hours on the plane. It's all there, explosives and their uses, and a bit about harbor facilities for good measure. Now, this was used in the attack on Sir Ian Rand Fuller. He's the Governor General. A bit of a fatted, but it might be useful.
Sure.
Yes, you'll probably run into some more of these. The Nationalist Party's visiting card, so to speak. Give them a few more months, and they, and whoever's backing them, will turn the place into a proper little police state. That's all. Any questions?
No, sir.
Good.
Oh, sir.
What?
Well, it's about my travel expenses.
What's about your travel expenses?
Well, last time there was a bit of a mix-up in the accounts department. I found myself in the middle of Zurich with a pocket full of Japanese yen.
And what did you do, Miller? Play it by ear?
The Fillmore's were more or less what I expected. Very sleepy. The hotel was also what I expected. But this one promised beds without bugs for a change. I had two prospective employers, John Mallory and Van der Leest's contact. Their job was to find me. You have a reservation for me. My name's Landers.
Oh, yes, sir. Good day to you, Monsieur Landers. Here,
I'll use my own, thank you.
as you wish. Welcome to Hotel Paradiso, monsieur. Passport, please. Oh, your papers seem to be in order, monsieur. Now, how would you like your liquid? In a glass or up in your bath?
You all right? We'd better finish this.
Nancy Rand Fuller, and I'm very grateful.
It was a pleasure. Michael Landers.
Well, since Zarek will never run him down, I'd best be off.
Yes, you do that, darling.
Yes.
No, he's only Daddy's ADC. Well, I'd better go, too.
Well, I'll see you home.
That makes me grateful for the second time this afternoon.
Oh, you think so, do you, Wilson? And I suppose the riots last week were all part of the settling down, eh? Now, listen, it has got to stop. And when the blazes is that ship arriving?
Well, sir,
Makes me look a damn fool, and it promised it a week ago, a month ago. Oh, the natives think I'm stalling, of course. Where is it?
We are expecting you to arrive sometime this evening, sir.
That's something, anyway. Confound it, woman, will you stop making that infernal chatter? Can't you see we're trying to talk?
Sorry, sir. You told me to go on.
Oh, did I?
Hello, Mr. Wilson.
Nancy, my dear, can't you see I'm busy? All right, Miss Brown, all right. That'll be enough for today. Go off to your swimming lesson or whatever it is.
It's Bamington. Thank you, sir.
Well?
Daddy, this is Michael Landers, and you ought to be very grateful to him. He just walked into the hotel just now and saved my life. One of those wretched natives again with a knife. It was ghastly. Because Michael had only just got off the aeroplane. He walked in.
I can't understand a word you're saying.
I've been expecting you, Mr. Landers. Edmund Wilson. You were working in my department.
How do you do?
Mr. Landers has been sent out to help speed up the harbour installation, sir. He's a crane expert, amongst other things.
Sir.
Oh, good. Baybridge, young man?
Yes, sir.
Good, excellent, yes. A decent fourth is rare in this rat hole.
Daddy,
Now,
he saved my life.
I am busy.
Forgive the intrusion, Your Excellency, but this is an emergency.
What is going on in my office today? Will somebody kindly explain?
I'm terribly sorry, sir, but he insisted on barging in here.
Oh, Monsieur Lornes, how pleasant it is to see you again so soon.
Oh, but really, this is too much.
No.
Can't get a word in edgeways.
Is it always as hectic as this?
Oh, we have our quieter moments.
Find me some.
Well, I could start by showing you the garden, if you like.
I would like. Later, perhaps. I'm sure you'd make a very good guide.
Oh, I do know my way around.
Ah, Landers. I'll be down in my office until 7 o'clock. Drop in if you can. I'll show you around.
Thank you.
Fine, is it?
Goodbye, Mr. Wilson.
Ah, Captain, did you catch up with our friend with the knife?
Oh, yes, of course. Who can run far on this little island?
Where is he?
I have him in my custody.
You're a man of many parts.
Oh, yes, of course. Also, laundry, cleaners, rickshaw, barbers, finest restaurant on the island with my compliments, monsieur. And, girls, monsieur. Finest morsels east of Suez.
Aren't you wearing the wrong hat at the moment, Captain?
Bonjour, monsieur. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Zadok.
I don't think he liked me very much. Now, where were we?
Well, now I can introduce you to Daddy properly.
Anyone home?
Come in, Mr. Wilson. Mr. Wilson is expecting you. I thought this might be useful.
All part of the service? Weren't you?
I don't drink, Mr. Landers.
That's a pity. That's a great pity. I hate to drink alone.
Sorry. Only drinks part of the service. I tell him you're here.
Good. I see you found us, Mr. Landers.
Nice place you have here. Homey.
Oh, well, that'll be all for now, thank you, Maria.
Maria?
Yes, half Portuguese. You get delightful mixtures out here. May I see your credentials, please? Thank you. Help yourself to another drink, Mr. Vanderleest.
Thanks.
I'm glad you finally arrived. We haven't got much time, Mr. Vanderleest.
Name's Landers. Your identification, please?
You want to know why we sent for you. Have a chair.
No, I'll stand, thanks. Nobody's told me anything yet.
That's my function.
All right, let's have it then.
You're aware of the recent troubles we've been having out here?
I have heard a little, yes. Look, you can skip the razzmatazz. I'm still waiting to know why I'm here.
I'm coming to that. These large black pins mark the mine shafts recently sunk by the British government to extract large deposits of titanium ore.
Titanium?
A highly strategic metal vital for the manufacture of modern jet and rocket engine components. Very short supply on the world markets.
Go on.
There's only one other known source of titanium in Quebec.
That's of a much lower grade than the titanium found here.
So what? Why am I here?
Patience isn't your strong point, is it, Mr. Landers? You'll have to learn to acquire it if you're going to work for me. So naturally, the British government signed a trade agreement and gave the islanders a merchant fleet to carry the titanium back to home port. Come over here. That ship out there arrived a couple of hours ago, and they're already loading her with her first cargo.
They're in a hurry.
They're working against the clock, and so are we.
Who are we?
Doesn't concern you.
Suits me. That could go up, too.
The ship? Yes, I must check on that.
You were saying?
Most of the natives are too ignorant to know which side they're on, but we've managed to convince their leaders that we can give them a better deal than the British can, if they manage to drive them out. Also, they like the weight of our money. Now to your assignment. This is the area scheduled for demolition. But I think perhaps we'll go into this later on tonight.
When do you want me back?
I'll call you at your hotel.
Well, don't leave it too late. I might find something better to do down in the bar. Sadik provides plenty of opportunity for distraction.
Oh, Maria, give me an outside line, will you, please?
That left Mallory to put in an appearance. And he seemed to be taking his time getting round to it.
Listen to me. How often do I have to tell you when they ask for a double, you don't give them a double? Here. Ah, monsieur, we've been expecting you. Young lady has been waiting for you all evening.
Now, I'll have a drink. Make it a double, will you?
Special double for monsieur.
Oh, yes, special double. Coming right up.
Something missing?
Nope. It's all there.
Good.
Thank you.
Women.
God bless them.
Somewhere in the world there must be a shortage of them.
Tell me where it is and I'll avoid it like the plague. You know, I enjoyed it this afternoon, looking around and meeting your father. You're a lovely guide and it's a very beautiful island.
It was a beautiful island.
It'll settle down.
What brought you out here?
I needed the job.
Working for Wilson.
You were saying?
You know very well what I was saying. I happen to know who Wilson is.
Who is he?
He's all the trouble we've been having, and so are you now. Get off this island. Go home.
Now?
Yes, now.
Why warn me? Why not go to the police?
I like men 6 feet tall. If you save my life, I want to repay you.
You already have with your company.
Well, right now I must go. If you insist on staying, I can always return.
When do you close?
We don't, monsieur, as long as there are customers about.
Well, I'm going up to my room. Send me up another drink, would you please?
Yes, sir.
Out of that bottle? Things were getting interesting, and Mallory was getting conspicuous by his absence. I had no choice but to wait till someone made a move.
sorry, can't hang around. You've been out a long while. I'll drink your scotch.
For a boozer, you're in surprisingly good condition.
It was a spectacular move. Pity it didn't work. By the way, the name's John Mallory.
Hello.
Sorry about your head. Stock described you adequately.
You missed out quite a bit where you're concerned.
Not so loud.
I wasn't aware I was shouting.
You've already seen Mawson?
Mind if I smoke? I just left him. He's had the least contact.
Tell me something I don't know.
You know how my head feels. What's that for?
Headache.
Come on.
Any more little gems?
Trying to blow up the port installation.
When?
Wilson hasn't told me yet.
He will. Anything else?
I suggested blowing up that cargo ship that's just arrived as well.
Get away from that wall. There's thinner cigarette papers in this rat trap.
Who's Wilson? Is he in charge?
Like you, he's paid to do a job.
All right, if somebody tails him, he could lead us to whoever pays him. Get him and we nip the whole thing in the bud.
Stock must be getting senile. You ought to go back to school, Sally. No bugs. So, you suggested blowing up the ship?
I did.
What did Wilson say?
He said he'd check it and let me know.
Check it.
Well, check it. Find out. I don't know.
No, you don't.
Oh, go to hell.
Listen. Wilson works for Curok Industries International, a highly capitalized worldwide cartel. Now they've decided to operate out here.
Titanium ore.
They're big. They're very big. They don't operate on our level. They buy prime ministers. And this little tuppenny-halfpenny nationalist movement out here added up to strictly nothing until they moved in. Now they're taking over. Curok is in, the British are out. You got that?
You're all worked up.
I've been alone, but I'm still alive. No thanks to them, though. Maybe they'll make it next time. Then you'll know what it's like to swim through a tank full of sharks.
Zadig, how come he's the police chief? He's a foreigner, isn't he?
He's a naturalized British subject. They were more or less self-governing even before independence. And the local police department comes under the heading of local appointments, which usually go to the highest bidder.
You mean he bought the job?
Amongst other things. Zadek's a substantial citizen.
Anything else before I move up to the third form?
You see Mawson again tonight?
Any time now.
Get back here as soon as you can. I might need your help.
Well, what do I do if he wants the job done tonight? Well, what?
You blow up the docks.
So that was Mallory. He and Stock must have been great friends. I'd met both my bosses now. Nice types. From where I stood, there wasn't much to choose between them.
I thought perhaps you like some hot water, monsieur.
Why not? I've been in enough of it already. That was fast.
You'll find everything you asked for listed there, I think.
Now, the ordnance equipment.
The best?
That's good stuff. Why the army?
That's SWAT leaders. Each has been instructed to move in on all strategic points as soon as the harbor goes up.
There's much more here than I asked for.
And I got to go ahead with the ship. You'll need a surplus for that. You can go aboard any time during the 12 to 4 watch. You'll find 1 or 2 people on hand to show you around. I checked everything with them. They're members of the crew.
Tonight?
What's wrong with tonight?
Everything. I thought this was to be a dry run. I've only been over that area once. That's not enough. I don't like to be hurried.
I've had my orders. It's got to be tonight.
I tell you, I don't work that way.
You'll do what you're told, Mr. Landers.
I've got a reputation to keep up.
You've got your orders.
You've given the orders. If things go wrong, don't blame me.
If things go wrong, that's precisely what I will do.
When do I start planting the stuff?
As soon as I get back from the mines. And directly you're finished, go straight back to your hotel. Don't hang around. Not everyone on the docks is on our payroll.
Haven't we met before?
I don't think so, sir.
Alex, come on.
Here's okay, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Take him away.
Now, wait a minute.
Take him away. Send an ambulance.
Mallory had looked in a bad way. And Miss Nancy Rand Fuller would have some explaining to do. If I ever got out of here. I ached all over. Zadek had left me to the tender mercies of his assistant, a brute of pronounced Nationalist Party sympathies. Zadek? Was he on their payroll, too?
And the top of the morning to you, Timothy O'Leary.
Ah, you crazy man, you know.
Absolutely, otherwise I wouldn't be here, would I?
You don't like our island? Captain says so many tourists come, you know, see sights.
Well, that's just what you deserve.
What about Wilson? Vanderleest was the demolition expert. Without him, there'd be no Big Bang. Wilson should be protecting his interests.
Lovely morning, monsieur.
Have a heart, Captain. Tell him no more questions. I had enough last night.
Well, he's had to take his duties to little. All right, Mohammed, that'll be all. Go home to your wife. Go home to your wife. A fate worse than death.
Oh, Captain, why not change hats and drive me over to the governor? You know I had nothing to do with that trouble last night. I only saw the man once down in your bar, remember?
Monsieur Mallory, you're referring to, monsieur?
Who else? Now get me out of here.
I'm afraid that's not possible until the magistrate sits later on this afternoon.
Don't tell me. You're the magistrate.
No, not yet. It's a very expensive post to acquire.
Give you time.
Yes. Oh, yes, sir. Yes. Certainly, sir. Yes. Yes. Let him out, though.
All right, Zadek, who ordered my release?
That's confidential, monsieur. One moment, monsieur. Here. It's your passport. Return air ticket to Rotterdam and your wallet.
Hey, there's some money missing here.
Dinner last night, monsieur. I think you'll find it'll balance with the missing cash. Come again, monsieur.
I see. Yes, he'll be relieved to hear it. Thanks. Goodbye. Right, you two. Out. You're lucky. Either you were working against us, or you're a damn fool. Now we know. You're a damn fool. You put back this project 24 hours. This man Mallory was found in your room.
Don't ask me how he got there, because I don't know.
We know how he got there.
I saw him once, yesterday in the bar.
And we know that, too.
Sure you do, when you get a phone call substantiating everything I've said.
If I hadn't, you'd be floating face downwards out in the harbor right now. What was that girl doing in your room?
Why not tell me, Wilson? Doesn't she work for you?
We don't saddle ourselves with liabilities like that one. Not after the trouble she's given her old man. Running up gambling debts, sleeping with every Tom, Dick, and Harry she can lay her hands on. And you fell for that English Rose Act.
Oh, not me. But it's obvious you did it some time or another.
What do you mean?
Sour grapes.
Look, if you want to fight, you'll get one later. But right now you've got a job to do. 0 hours for 0400 hours, and that's not much time. Now get moving.
Somehow I had to reach Mallory. Had to get to that hospital. Wilson will have to move out and post his men. He couldn't stand there keeping tabs on me all night.
Finished? Look at that load. It'll take me out tonight to get it set.
Right, we'll start getting it set. Allie. Get these men back to their posts. And repeat the order to everyone not to move until they hear the explosion. Oh, and Allie, join me as soon as you can. I think we ought to keep our expert company. He might need some help.
Right, I can take it from here if you don't mind. I put back that grating and get back to the warehouse.
Why down here?
These tunnels lead to underground vaults joining the water store naval ammunition. While you're here, you can make yourself useful. Hold this, please. Considerable quantity of the ammunition still remains. That should make quite a bang.
What purpose will it serve here?
One storage vault lies directly beneath the dry dock. The other under the #1 pier.
And the ship?
I reckon the blast will catch us somewhere aft of midships around the engine room.
You're not fixing the wires to the charges. It doesn't take an expert to spot that.
You lay the charge, then you connect. Or would you rather we went up with a premature explosion?
All right.
I work faster alone. Why the escort, Wilson?
Partly curiosity, partly...
Why hire me, then worry about me doing my job?
I haven't got time to argue. Just see if you do it, that's all.
I don't budge till you get out.
Do you want to get paid? And I'm not leaving here until all 6 boxes of that stuff are ready to go off.
You were never like this before Landers arrived.
Nigel, you're a bore.
Oh, hell.
Michael, you're hurting me.
Information, please.
Let go of my arm.
What were you doing in my room last night? And that drunk Mallory, who worked him over and why?
He's a friend of mine.
As you love him dearly, go on.
I'll scream.
I'll break your arm.
I tried to help him.
The hospital should be grateful for that. It was pretty dull around there till he came.
Yeah? Nancy, my dear. Nancy, tell me what it is, eh? Ah, come along now.
Please,
You know
Daddy.
I'm a good listener.
Daddy, I'm all right, please.
Yes, yes, I know, my dear, I know. It's a miserable existence for you in these godforsaken places they send us to. Never mind. Think of that long leave we're due for quite soon. Once we're home.
Yes, Daddy, once we're home, it'll be all right.
I expect it's one of her migraines. Yes, she'll be all right in the morning. It's this climate, you know, with that damn monsoon coming on, and look at me, I'm riddled with lumbago. Oh, but that's neither here nor there. Now then, how are you getting on down with those installations? Intriguing work, I expect.
Could I have a word with you, sir?
A word? Yes, if you wish. Care for a drink? You look as though you could do with one.
No, thank you, sir.
Yeah, please yourself. It's not a habit of mine either. At home, I never touch the stuff. Yeah. It's the heat, you know. Now, young man, tell me what you want to say, because it's my bedtime. What's so serious that it can't wait until the morning?
A man was found badly beaten in my room at the hotel last night, sir. It had nothing to do with me, but he's in hospital right now, surrounded by armed guards, and it's imperative I get in to see him. His name's John Mallory, sir.
Mallory? Badly beaten?
That's what I'm trying to find out, but I can't get past the guards. I was wondering if you...
Mallory, you say?
Yes, sir. With your permission, they'd have to let me in to see him.
I never interfere with the police in such matters, Mr. Landers. It isn't customary.
Name's Miller, sir.
What's that? Intelligence.
I was sent out here to assist Mallory, sir.
Mallory, too? That old pest?
That old pest?
Why wasn't I told? A lot of spies hopping around right under my very nose.
I must get through to him now,
Oh,
sir.
I see. You mean because of all this trouble we've been having?
Yes, sir. That's why I'm here. Now, can you get that call through to the hospital now?
Of course. You run along. I'll have you cleared by the time you get there.
Thank you.
Yes, he's coming around now.
Take them to the station.
How did it happen? When?
The nurses found him like this when they came to change the bandages. No one else came in or out. I had the place well patrolled.
It could have been one of your men. I think you and I had better have a little talk.
So they got to Mallory, and that left me, alone. And aside from Wilson, I didn't even know who they were. There wasn't much time left to find out.
All right, sir, if you insist. You can check up on all my men. I've got a complete file here.
I don't think that'll be necessary. Get in there.
What?
Get in there.
How dare you do this to me? To me, Emil Zadig, chief of police in my own cell. Oh, please, sir, will you draw the curtains? If someone should see the disgrace, I could not live it down. You'll regret this one day, monsieur.
Emil Zadig, and signed by de Gaulle himself. The Croix de Guerre avec étoile d'argent. That's pretty impressive, Zadig. If you want me to go on, I'm a bit pressed for time. Oh, now, this is a beaut. Mentioned in dispatches for assisting in the escape of Allied airmen. Tell me something, Emil, old son. What started you on the skids?
You couldn't have slid down faster on a greased pole. From hero to fiddler. You could have done your grafting back home. Why leave France to do it here?
The French don't like foreigners. Not even Alsace-Lorrainers. They say they stink of the Rhine. I needed a change of scenery. Here they welcome my capital, my enterprise.
I'll bet. That can't be the right time.
What does it matter? It's an hour fast.
All right, Zadok. Either you throw in with me or you swing, friend. A report linking you with the Cura cartel and its attempts to overthrow the lawfully constituted government of these islands is already on its way to London.
That's lies. That's blackmail. That's lies.
Maybe, but London doesn't know that. They don't know that, and they weave some pretty strong rope back there.
No. Come back.
All right, Zadok, get off the fence. This is your last chance.
Okay. What do you want me to do?
You know what to do. And don't be late.
I'm awfully sorry, sir, but he did say it was frightfully urgent.
And I tell you one thing. It had better be frightfully urgent. Getting up out of my bed at this time of night.
Are you sure you'll be all right, sir?
Yes, you can go back to bed.
Sir.
Go back to bed, Lieutenant Brooks.
Yes, sir.
Well, Miller? Wilson, your harbour master, is leading a plot to take over the island. He's got powerful backing from extremist elements, and at this moment is posting armed detachments at all strategic points.
Good God, Wilson. It's at that level, is it? What do you want me to do?
Well, he's under the impression that I'm working with him, so I'm to blow up the port installations. Now, his signal for the others to move in will be the explosion. Now, can you move troops up round the harbour area, also the mining district, and the Army Ordnance Store? The harbour's due to go up at 0400 hours.
Oh, 400 hours? That doesn't leave as much time, does it? Still, it'll have to be managed. I'll get those troops rounded in record time. You off, I'll start straight away.
Thank you.
Quiet as a tomb out there. Well, we managed to stick to the schedule. Everything set?
Everything but the ship, but that's covered, as you know.
If it only works. Come on, we ought to move. Look, we can run over this again when we get to the warehouse. What about the dry dock?
No trouble there. It was a straightforward job.
Why set them up here? It's far too dangerous.
Let me worry about that.
All right. I'll take the risk. After all, if I'm with you, I shouldn't have to worry. You missed any of the setups?
No, I got to them all, but only just. You didn't give me all that much time.
2 minutes. All right, I'll take it. Hello? Yes, Wilson. But we haven't got much time. Mm-hmm. I see. Thanks. Thanks very much. Are you sure all those charges are all right?
You do your job, Wilson. I'll do mine. That's what I'm paid for.
That's what I'm afraid of, Mr. Miller. What exactly are you paid for?
This isn't going to do you any good, you know.
Haven't you got that wrong?
Maybe I have. So what do we do now?
You do nothing.
No, I wasn't going to.
Good. Back up then. Go on. And don't try anything. And in case you think these charges are no good, forget it. I never trusted you from the start.
So?
So I checked your settings. They'll go off all right. With a very loud bang.
Haven't you forgotten those?
Hmm?
That you, Wilson?
I'm afraid not, sir.
Ah. No, of course. Huh. You knew when the troops failed to arrive, eh? Yes, of course. Yes. Huh. It had to be me. There's no one else could have warned Wilson.
I don't know why, sir, but I'm sorry.
Oh, I knew it couldn't go on indefinitely. Huh. Ah, so this is the end, eh? The end of 35 years of being shunted and shuffled from backwater to backwater, pushed around by a string of political rabbits calling themselves colonial secretaries. Ah, yes. I could have amounted to something once, you know, Miller. Oh, yes, I had my foot in the door. But there was always someone slightly better placed, as the saying goes. And then Wilson came along. I liked Wilson. He means what he says. And then he and his Curdock people offered me something I'd been waiting a lifetime for. Something that I never got out of the colonial service. And you know what that was? The chance to think for myself and make decisions. Ah, Miller, you're not old enough yet to know what that sort of thing means to a man of my age. Yes, I took the chance. I took it, and I'm not sorry I took it.
Wilson was troublesome, but the others came quietly. My few cells will hardly accommodate them all for long.
Well, I dare say we can find alternative accommodation for them, Captain.
Oh, Colonel, slight case of promotion. And well earned, believe me, monsieur. Monsieur?
Miller.
Monsieur Miller. Forgive me, Your Excellency, this is a very painful duty. But my neck, I'm very fond of it. I must give it priority.
Yes, let's get this over. Sooner the better. Good night, young man.
Good night, sir. I'll bring the lady along later.
Thank you for that, anyway. I knew something was wrong when Daddy started paying off my debts. They were enormous, and he didn't have much money. One night, I overheard him talking to Wilson. Then I knew he was deeply involved. How long will I get?
Not long, if you're still capable of good behavior.
I can try.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. You sound very pleased with yourself.
That was a nice trip, sir. Allow me.
Oh, thank you.
All expenses paid, such as they were. No yen. It'd be pleasant if some people around here earned them for a change. Well, it's all been settled out there now, sir. Everybody nice down the lock and key? Yes, sir. Your last report was a bit sketchy where that girl was concerned. What, she wasn't really involved, sir? Who arranged to Mary's beating up in your hotel room? Oh, she did. She did. And she wasn't really involved.
Well, it was only because of her father, sir. Everything she did was for him. She only wanted to scare Mallory off. It was Wilson who had him killed.
Now, in my report... Miller, I think you had better rewrite your report now.
Yes, sir. Is that what you're looking for, sir?
Yeah, you'll want that. Sit down. And while you're rewriting it, Miller, try and control your admiration for the,
Opposite sex, sir?
Exactly.